The views and opinions expressed on the preceding on-air program or on the individual show or on-air personality page on wpopradio.com are those of the host, co-host, or anyone appearing on the program. They are solely the opinions of the original source who expressed them and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management, staff, or any other on-air personalities. If you have any questions, please do so by contacting them directly. The following content of this episode of the RH3 Show may contain elements that are not suitable for some audience. Listener discretion is advised. What's going on, everybody? This is your boy, Red. Most of you all know me as Red, but my name is Rufus. I am the host of the RH3 Show, and you are now getting ready to tune in to a conversation, a dialogue with about 4 or 5 great, honorable, I think, men that I could glean from, that I have, wanted to pull in together to discuss some topics that, have been an issue with not only within our home, within our community, within our black community. And so, if you will, the conversation is getting ready to take place, and it is myself, it is Minister Andrew Davis, Gerald A. Pimpleton, a good friend of mine. All of them are great friends of mine and family as well. Justin Johnson. Also, we have Joe Hernandez and Demarcus Davidson. I hope I didn't leave anybody out. But we are in conversation, or get ready to have a conversation in regards to different topics, relationships with your children, family security, a whole plethora of topics that, again, like I said, that really plagued or have been a concerned issue within our home as well as within our community. So if you will join in on the discussion, if you will share this link, this video, this audio clip or what have you, and also discuss with us. All right, and there will be a part 2, and maybe the other guys that have been with us from the very beginning and wanted to be a part of this first part roundtable could join us in on part 2 and maybe invite some ladies. And then once that get going, we'll do an open, a sit down type of thing to where it be video so where you can see us. This is just the beginning. It's an initiative that we're getting started, that we're kicking off, and not maybe, this thing could go big and shake up some things and turn Facebook or social media or our community inside out. I am your boy Rufus, the host of the RH3 Show, and I wanted to do this special here for you all, and the fellas wanted to do this and voice our opinion in regards to what we see. And again, like I said in the beginning, some of the views are not of the co-host or not of any other guys that are in this discussion, and we are on our own individual, and we come together with the respect of each man as well as with the respect of our listeners and our people as well as our family. So again, sit back and relax and relieve your mind and enjoy our conversation that is getting ready to take place. All right, talk to you soon at the end of this broadcast.
Hey yo, Wiz is crazy right here.
Hey yo, Ash, you crazy for this one?
Hey, this is Quayla.
This is DJ Nicholas, gospel radio artist from Kingston, Jamaica.
This is Kenny Lewis of Kenny Lewis and One Voice.
You are listening to my boy Red with the RH3 Show.
And you're listening to the RH3 Show. Keep it locked. Yo!
Pleased to bring you our feature presentation.
ring down, ring the party could switch. Go ahead, 'cause I know I gotta give it up. If anybody wanna love it, raise the door.
Switch my old status that's from sin to the saint. As winners we can't live by the picture they paint. Because they know they own the inner retain. So we must live out our lives with a sense of restraint. Which means do I live and we ain't. But you're controlled by the flesh with the picture that's quaint. And pray without a quitter's complaint. And being able to turn down your dinner at 8.
I appreciate y'all fellas doing this. I wish we could have gotten all of them on here, but you know, it's especially around here, you know, being that we are spending time with our families, is a much needed time to even discuss these issues in regards to, you know, what's going on with our community, what's going on with with what's going on with our community and also our children. And okay, we got a good one in here. Even some of y'all fellas that has daughters. One of the guys had chosen raising son and raising daughters. Why is it okay to encourage, you know, boys to have sex and not girls when it comes to their own, and also give your take on the difference between that.
You're asking why is it encouraging more to a male than a female teenager on having sex?
Yes, sir.
I only have a teenage daughter. Like my son is my youngest, and I have a stepson. But like my mindset is not like to encourage my stepson, I'd say, since he's the oldest, my stepson to have sex and then tell my daughter not to. I mean, it's just, I don't know what it is, honestly. It's like, 'cause I have 3 girls, so like, I'm very protective over my girls.
Right.
And I don't know if it's because I'm a male, I'm very lenient on my son. Like, I'm not trying to be funny. Like, I know the things that I've done.
Right.
The females. You know, as I grew up and got older, you know, I've changed, but like, I know what I did, and I don't want them to go through that. I mean, whether it be heartbreak and all that stuff, and sex is a part of that. I mean, and sex with a female, as you having a daughter, I mean, this may be wrong, but sex with a female, you having a daughter, that baby comes home to your household. So that's a little rougher on that parent versus somebody else's son getting your daughter pregnant. That doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to be there. But my mindset is not to say like, "Hey, son, go out here and do what you're going to do," and then tell my daughter the complete opposite. I mean, I want them all to be safe, and I mean, I want them to be trusting in me. So like, maybe they'll come to me, and then as a female, I mean, if from a female perspective, I don't think that females encourage like their gender, like they're not encouraging their daughters to have sex and then their sons not to. So I don't necessarily think that us as men are encouraging our boys and then discouraging the girls. I mean, that's just my take on it.
I didn't encourage for the simple fact that there are other things that, and I say either way because I don't have a son, but I have a 16-year-old grandson. And I haven't encouraged either way, male or female, because there are so many other things that you know, as I got older, I found out there are things that you need to be focused on in completing yourself before you worry about that type of stuff, because, like you said, that could bring unwanted pregnancies and things like that you're really not ready for at that time, mentally or financially. And just like the brother before me said, most of the times when a guy does something like that, but like if he gets a girl pregnant at that age, they're not going to stick around anyway. And so that leaves that girl hurt, wounded, trying to figure things out, trying to figure life out, trying to figure out being a mother, all on the fly. And that puts I don't want to say a burden, but it puts a stress on the grandparents to step in and to be that mother and that father. So I didn't encourage either way. I encouraged education first, and I encouraged, getting yourself structurally balanced first before you took on that type of thing, because there's a lot of responsibility that comes with that.
I mean, I would agree with a lot of what y'all saying. Like, my daughter's my oldest. I got 2 boys under her. But I look at the mentality of the world we got today. Back in the day, we was watching Cinemax with the squiggly lines, trying to see a nipple or something pop up on the screen. These days, everybody got an iPhone, pad, tablet, whatever, and they can easily access, sites or whatever, and they're curious. I don't tell my kids, just a male or female, boy or girl, to say, hey, yeah, it's good, to have sex. My biggest thing with them is just like, get your life going, because you're going to get hurt, you're going to go broke, you're going to go through a lot of stuff that I can't teach you. Life's got to teach you itself. But if you look at, I had kids early, 19 for the first one, 20 with the second one. As a black male, like others, we became good fathers and beat the statistics for a lot of ones that walked out or couldn't handle a kid at a young age. But if you look at late 20s, early 30s, when somebody will graduate college or get a career or whatever the case is, and if a kid did pop up, you know what I'm saying, you would have the sustainment to hold it down, Pampers, milk, and it's not going to put that stress or burden or whatever, on the grandparents. So I wouldn't really necessarily say it's encouraging either or to do it more than other. It's like, y'all are curious, like smoking weed, getting drunk. It's like, look, when y'all get of age, and if you're that curious, do it with me first, because I can tell you, you can see how you feel in the comfort of your own house. I'm not encouraging drinking or smoking, but it's just certain things that when kids get a certain age that they're going to be curious about, just like we all were. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't, like I said, I wouldn't really say to encourage it all. It's just to say, hey, maintain you as long as you can. And if you break the ice and have to do what you got to do, or you let it go down, just really be smart about it. Be responsible. How many fathers do teach their sons about condoms? How many talk to their daughters about condoms? I talk to both the same exact way. Now granted, there's some father conversation I can have more with my son than a mother can have with a daughter, but it's like, practice safe sex, be smart about it or whatever the case is. Every dude that you're going to get your heart broken. You're going to fall in love a few times or whatever. Hopefully that's not the case, but all we can do is just encourage them just to be smart about the decision that they make. That's just my thoughts on it.
Yeah.
I wanted to say that when I was talking earlier, I wanted to say that it might be like in today's society also that parents are younger these days. Like back in the day, you didn't have too many grandparents,
young grandma.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. There's to me, grandma back then was almost 50 something.
Right.
That's what I consider grandmother. There's grandmothers today that are in their 30s, early 30s, 31. I mean, it's like a cycle, basically.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready. Would it be safe?
Yeah, I'm saying that child these days growing up, I mean, it's kind of embedded in them.
A lot of us grew up on 115, and a lot of us didn't see love and relationships growing up. Some of us didn't have our dads around or whatever the case may be. So if we never really seen a loving household, and you get to the point to where it's like, I want to lead a house or whatever, and then the streets influence you to do whatever the case is. But, I mean, my man got a point. We got grandmothers here now, 34, 35, 36 years old. Like, damn. I think I seen a post on Facebook was how many people can say that they didn't have a grandkid by 40, So it's kind of like a trend that we're not really trying to set. But at the end of the day, you watch your environment. You're part of your environment. And a lot of these, it's kind of like a kid cursing, and you get that parent and, laughing like, oh, it's so cute. Yeah, and that little 2-3-year-old badass Tyrone that you thought it was cute cursing, that influenced him when he's 17, 18-year-old Tyrone because he was getting away with shit he wasn't supposed to. So I just think as a black community, it used to be where